Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
Tonight, the Bonnyville Pontiacs and the Lloydminster Bobcats will face off in Game 6 of the North Division semifinals. But the talk of the town and Twitter is still this goal.
Down for Fritz, the 20-year-old. Fritz tries to Crosby and scores! He takes a page out of Sidney Crosby and his new teammate behind the net, lacrosse style, 1-1.
That goal from Mitch Fritz in Game 5 of the series is all the buzz and has even garnered attention from TSN, but the Bobcats have to tip their hat to it.
That's a good play. There's not a lot of players that can do it and be successful.
It was unbelievable. I was actually at the hash marks when it happened, and it was, something you see. You watch that highlight of the Michigan guy doing it, and then I saw a guy do it in some Euro League.
Now at the World Juniors in 2011, Finland's Michael Granlund pulled the move, also known as the lacrosse-style goal, to score against the Russians, and the Finns honored him with a stamp.
Like, for him to have the, I guess for lack of better words, the nuts to pull that off, that frickin' props to him. That's crazy.
Maybe we'll see a Fritz stamp? Now, that goal might have put the Pontiacs on the map, but there's something else that's getting the town national attention. Kraft Hockeyville. Bonnyville has cracked the top 10 in the nationwide competition, and as you'll see, has a good shot at winning.
From entering last year and hearing crickets to entering this year and making the top 10, Bonnyville resident Amanda Cumby was shocked to hear her town's name announced on Hockey Night in Canada.
I never thought in a million years that we would actually be in the top 10, so when the announcement was made Saturday night, ever since then it's been a complete whirlwind.
We've been talking about Kraft Hockeyville. Last week we gave you the top 10.
I jumped up off my couch, I think, and did a little happy dance because, yeah, never thought at all that would happen.
Bonnyville, Alberta.
The mayor of Bonnyville, Gene Sobolewski, is a proud hockey supporter and even billets two of the local junior hockey players.
It's not so much how big is hockey in Bonnyville. Bonnyville is hockey. It's our culture.
If the RJ Lalonde Arena makes it into the top 2, it would receive $100,000 for arena upgrades, something the 33-year-old facility could benefit from.
There are a lot of things that people don't see, kind of the bare bones, that do need upgrades in order for us to function as a facility and have that quality of ice that Bonnyville deserves to have.
I mean, we don't have some of the larger budgets like some of the other cities do. To be able to allocate those funds that would go into some of those repairs elsewhere is dramatic. It's huge for us.
What the RJ needs is a new dehumidifier. Now, all arenas have one, and what it does is it prevents fog from building up on the glass, but it also ensures good quality ice for its skaters.
Particularly for the Pontiacs, early on in the season, we have an awful time after we do floods and getting the ice to freeze up. If we can get a new dehumidifier that will take the humidity out of the air, but then cool the air off, it'll help with the ice quality.
If Bonnyville becomes Hockeyville, the biggest perk they'll receive is something that not even money can buy, a preseason NHL game.
That would be a community event like none other that we've had in Bonnyville. Just the talk behind the possibility of like actual NHL players here.
It would be the biggest thing that ever happened in Bonnyville.
It'll be like a second Christmas. It's huge.
But for now, the community is focusing on getting those votes in.
And voting for Hockeyville is open right now until tomorrow at midnight. You can vote as many times as you'd like at khv2015.ca. Last night, the female Bantam Ice Cats were looking to tie up their playoff series against the Edmonton Lightning after a 6-3 loss in Oil City on Wednesday. First period, 30 seconds left on the clock. Talon Stevenson shoots, sweet rebound, and Peyton Lumbach gets the first goal of the game. Second period, Lightning wins the face-off, and Talia Taliani evens it. She's jacked. We go to the third, and Kelsey Hall intercepts the puck. And what a beauty pass to Lumbach. She's on a breakaway, and she beats Cameron Drever glove side as Ice Cats go up 2-1 5 minutes into the third. Things looking good for Lloyd, but with 2 minutes left on the clock. Number 12 with a shot from the blue line, and Madison Willen backhands it in. Score is 2-2. The game needs overtime. Ice Cats, Tyra Anderson with a long shot on net. Then Stephanie Fisher bulldozes Drever, which results in a penalty. Now Ice Cats kill that man advantage, but then in a frenzy in front of the net, you see the puck pass the line as Willen gets her second of the game and wins it for the Lightning. Final score of 3-2.
It was a good, hard-fought game. The girls aren't hanging their head after that. There's nothing that we can look back on and change. We had a good season. We went into it full force with positivity, and we just came up short. And it was just the way that the game is. Somebody has to take the lead and go forward.
It's the final day of the minor midget provincials. The Lloydminster Rohan Rage were playing for bronze against the CRAA Blue, who they had beaten earlier this week in the preliminaries 3-2. The Blue got out to an early 1-goal lead, but then 4 goals in the second gave the momentum to the Rage. They had some additional players from the midget AAA Bobcats, and they made a difference in this one as Chase Waters got the Rage on the board first. And what a season for the Rage as they win 5-4 and walk away with the bronze at the provincial championships. And in Dewberry, the Mustangs had the chance to clinch their 8th consecutive title. Now, this was a close game. Things were tied 4-4 deep in the third, but with 1 minute left, the Hitmen's Brandon Sheshnuk scored to win it for Hillmond, their first championship in 37 years.